Hello everybody to a video. Today it is going to be what if Germany formed an empire. There was a hair on my screen. So Germany formed an empire. So right now we have this current country right here, Germany, colored in. But they will be forming their own empire, of course, as this is what the video is called and it's about. And if it wasn't, that'd be false advertising. So the first thing that Germany is going to be doing is they're going to be sending an ultimatum to Austria, in which Austria will accept this ultimatum, and they will be forced into this like new German empire country here. But they don't really care much about that. They will also send an ultimatum to Luxembourg, who will accept this. Also, the EU and NATO does not exist in this scenario, so yeah, does not. Another hair on my screen. But they will be attacking the Czech Republic, which is going to piss off part of the world to, form an alliance against them. This will consist of Poland, France, Ukraine, a few countries like over here, like Belgium, the Netherlands. Well, actually, I don't think Ukraine would really join this alliance because they don't really have a need to join the alliance. So Ukraine would not join this alliance. Now, this would be the alliance, and Germany's pretty pissed off at this alliance. But they will go ahead and invade Czechia anyways. Even though there are going to be some heavy sanctions towards them. They will start to push and invade into Czechia like this. And push up over here. And they'll eventually capture Prague. It's somewhere over here. They'll push into more of Czechia until they surrender, since they don't really see any, real good reason to keep fighting. And this will result in Germany taking over all of Czechia, which will cause Slovakia to join this alliance. But Germany is going to be starting their own alliance, which will include Hungary, Italy. Doesn't this look a little familiar? They'll also get Spain to join their alliance by offering them a few things to join. And they will also... No, I don't think they get anybody else to join. They don't get anyone else in. So what they're going to be doing is now they're going to be attacking Slovenia. Which shouldn't be a hard fight. They need to get a warm seaport on the Mediterranean. And they do that by taking all of Slovenia. So Germany will be taking this alliance, not alliance, but country over of Slovenia. And the next thing they'll be doing is attacking Croatia. And this will be at the assistance with their ally Hungary. But what I was going to say is Bosnia does join the war here to get some land from Croatia. So the first thing we see here is Croatia starting to push into Bosnia, since that'll be pretty easy for them. They don't really need to put up a fight against Bosnia. That much of a fight. But the big problem is probably what's about to happen up here with Germany, is that Germany already starts to push into the Croatian territory and start to annex more of Croatia. And they do eventually take over all of this eastern area of Croatia. And the rest of Croatia will fall. Bosnia will take this back. They'll get some land out of this peace treaty. Now let's take a look at the peace treaty. So taking a look at the peace treaty, Bosnia will join the German alliance, along with taking some of its Croatian land. And all this stuff of Croatia that's not really part of the map will be given to Bosnia as well. Along with Hungary joining this alliance. Well, not joining the alliance, but taking land, and they're still in the alliance, of course. And Germany will take more land on the Mediterranean Sea. Now, there is something really interesting happening here, which is Blue Alliance. Like, it's like they're gonna be called like the Free Alliance or whatever. Freedom Alliance. We'll call them that for now. We'll get a bigger name and a better name for them in a little bit. But what they will do is they will start rebels, like rebels all over Spain, which is not going to be good for Spain, as they cannot fight off these rebels, as well as fighting the blue team. And yes, they will have to fight this like bluish alliance country, not alliance country, but like alliance. Why do I keep calling it an alliance country? I don't know. Which then will trigger an entry to the war by the Germany and its alliance. So there's now a little bit of a great European war. Italy marches troops into San Marino and takes it all. Don't know why, but they do that. Yep, they do. Yep, they do that. So what we're immediately going to be seeing here is troops start arriving to Spain to quickly kick out these rebels from the south, as they are the most dangerous rebels, being the one with the most land area and the most valuable land area. So they will start the push into Spain. Quickly pushing into Spain, actually. And even going this way. And this way, too. And it looks like they're going to be actually taking this part out. And next up is Catalonia, who will actually put up more of a fight, actually starting to push back into Spain. Which will kind of piss off Spain a little bit. But they do try to make a head towards Madrid, and it gets stopped about here. They get pushed back, and this is just where it collapses. Barcelona cut off from the rest of the country, so that part of the country just is dead. And Catalonia falls. Now over here with Galicia, they just sort of like surrender because they have no chance of winning this war. So Spain is back, and the blue team isn't looking pretty good here. Germany will start an invasion into Belgium to try to get around French forces over here. They will quickly do that and march straight into France, going up here and surrounding French areas, including the areas along the border with Switzerland, forcing France to capitulate its northeastern half. And they'll also start a quick, swift operation into the Netherlands, which won't take that long, as the Netherlands will be the put up the least amount of trouble for Germany into this, and they'll eventually just surrender. Now, they move into Belgium, pushing this way. They want to march, get Brussels. They do encircle Brussels, we'll just say that's where Brussels is, and they take Brussels, and Belgium will capitulate. Over here, Slovakia. So they take their capital and kill Slovakia. Yep. And on the border with Poland, there'll actually be a little thing here where they take this out, but most of this border will just be a stalemate. Actually, Poland, since most of the German troops are like funneling into this way, and some of them are actually still in Spain, which are fighting France in the mountains over here, which France does take a bit of this down here, which kind of pisses off Spain, but it slowly is retreated because, like, they gotta send more troops up towards this way, so they start funneling more troops into the Western Front, and Germany will actually start to push not actually, no, Poland will start to push into Germany, which is dangerously close to Berlin over here. Poland is a lot closer to defeating Germany than France is. So Germany pulls a lot of troops from the Western Front to the Eastern Front and kind of just pushes Poland back and back at this stalemate over here. But with less troops on this front line, what we're going to be seeing here is France starts to take back some of their territory and pushing this way, up here, and out this way. And now it's just a little bit of a stalemate from here until, well, Italy's troops start arriving. There are some mountains here, so that will kind of make it a slow advancement. But a slow advancement's an advancement, and they start pushing into France. Why did I say France? It's France, not France. So they start to push this way. Spain decides, well, not decides, but like starts to gain some ground in, southwestern France, and they will start to push here this way, even pushing up here, cutting off this direction, and France is kind of in a pickle here. But oh boy, Britain's, no, they're not. They don't join the war at all. Britain will send some troops over to fight for France, and that kind of pisses Germany off, and all their soldiers get really mad, but that doesn't really do anything, and they only take a little bit of land from France. But they do start sending more of the troops that are like up here in Belgium to actually like start a front up here by like Calais and Dunkirk, and they do successfully do this by pushing into this way. And also just like along the Belgian-French border, which will now just all be Germany. Like Germany's already starting to like dissolve this front. Like this is still a front up here, but this is like dead. Anyways, they will start to push this way and this way. And well, France is gonna surrender. And now that leaves Poland, which with the entire Axis troops, we're going to call them the Axis, pushing into Poland, Poland will surrender after losing Warsaw. Take a look at the peace treaty. Taking a look at the peace treaty here, Spain will take southwestern France, Italy will take this part of France over here, and Corsica as well. They will, Germany will take Netherlands, Belgium, and a lot of northern France. Hungary will take all of Slovakia and part of southern Poland. Germany will take most of western Poland, and then set up a puppet state here. Bosnia gets nothing since they don't border anything. And, Italy also gets San Marino. I forgot to do that because they did the thing there. And the Blue Alliance is dissolved because France would be the only country there. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Goodbye.